buried our truth, called us lost, forgotten, divided, but inside every black soul is a code, a memory of greatness, waiting to be awakened. Black Box Wisdom is your call to relearn, reconnect, and rebuild with Africa and the world. Truth, identity, unity. It's time to unlock what's been hidden too long. Black Box Wisdom. Relearn, reconnect, rebuild. Subscribe now.
I grew up around the church, but it wasn't until I had my own encounter with God as an adult that ignited my faith. The church and Bible became my place of refuge as I began to understand the kingdom message. My faith was unwavering, a comforting certainty. Yet, a seed of doubt lingered. Our history lessons spoke of our ancestors' spirituality, rich with traditions and rituals. These beliefs were labeled pagan and uncivilized by the religious church. I felt a disconnect. Where did my ancestors fit in this narrative? I wrestled with this internal conflict for years. How could my ancestors, so connected to the spirit world, be so wrong? The dissonance gnawed at me. The church was my solace, my community. But something felt incomplete, like a puzzle with missing pieces. I yearned for a faith that resonated with my heritage, that honored the legacy of my ancestors. Many people of African descent encounter similar struggles within Christian spaces. We are taught to worship God in spirit and truth, but our history, our culture, is often minimized or erased. This creates a spiritual dissonance, a feeling of not belonging. We are forced to navigate two worlds, often feeling like strangers in both. Where is the space for our ancestral veneration, our reverence for the Orishas, the ancestors who walked before us? This erasure of our heritage creates a void. It disconnects us from the richness of our past, the wisdom of our ancestors. We are left adrift, searching for anchors in a sea of spiritual ambiguity. This is not to say that the kingdom is inherently at odds with African spirituality. Rather, the way it has been presented often excludes and diminishes the beliefs that are deeply intertwined with our identity. My breaking point came during an Easter sermon about idolatry, titled Truth versus Traditions. I knew it would be my last sermon, but I had to teach the truth as it was being revealed to me. Images flashed in my mind as I prayed to the ancestors for guidance and wisdom as I explained. The elaborate rituals we performed during holidays had nothing to do with the kingdom. These were acts of idolatry and religious propaganda. A wave of anger washed over me, followed by a profound sadness. I realized the narratives being presented were incomplete, biased, and psychologically damaging to my people. It painted my ancestors as ignorant and misguided, their beliefs as primitive superstitions. I could no longer accept this limited perspective, so I stepped away from the church. I embarked on a quest for knowledge, seeking to understand the roots of my heritage. My journey led me back to the teachings and traditions of my ancestors. I delved into books, sought out elders like Dr. John Henrik Clarke, and listened to their stories. I learned about the Orishas, the embodiment of nature's forces, and the profound respect for ancestors who serve as guides and protectors. I discovered the beauty and complexity of African spirituality, its emphasis on community, balance, and reverence for the interconnectedness of all things. This exploration was not a rejection of my kingdom faith. It was an embrace of the fullness of my heritage. I realized that my ancestors were not worshiping false gods. They were honoring the divine in its many manifestations, recognizing the sacred in all of creation. This realization was liberating. It filled the void within me, bridging the gap between my faith and my heritage. The beauty of integration. Integrating African spirituality with kingdom principles is not about replacing one with the other. It's about recognizing the common threads that bind them together. Both traditions emphasize love, compassion, and the importance of community. Both acknowledge a higher power and the interconnectedness of all beings. The concept of God in African spirituality, often seen as a supreme being manifesting through various deities, resonated with my understanding of the kingdom. The veneration of ancestors found its parallel in the kingdom tradition of honoring those that come before you. This realization allowed me to embrace both traditions fully, seeing them as complementary expressions of faith. Honoring the past, embracing the present. Honoring my ancestors is not about living in the past. It is about drawing strength and wisdom from their experiences, carrying their legacy into the present. It is about recognizing that their struggles, their triumphs, are woven into the fabric of my being. Embracing my heritage has enriched my faith, making it more meaningful and authentic. It has given me a deeper understanding of myself, my place in the world, and my connection to something greater than myself. Finding strength in ancestral wisdom. Ancestral wisdom provides a roadmap for navigating life's complexities. It reminds us of the importance of community, the power of collective action, and the resilience of the human spirit. By tapping into this wellspring of knowledge, we can find guidance and strength in times of need. It encourages us to live in harmony with nature, to honor the earth and all its creatures. It teaches us to value our elders, to listen to their stories, and to learn from their experiences. A tapestry of faith and heritage. Our faith and our heritage are not separate entities. They are intertwined, forming a rich tapestry that tells the story of who we are. Embracing both allows us to live more authentically, to connect more deeply with ourselves and our communities. It is time to reclaim the fullness of our narrative, to honor the legacy of our ancestors while embracing the faith that sustains us. Claim your birthright. To my brothers and sisters who resonate with this journey, you are not alone. Embrace the richness of your heritage. Explore the traditions of your ancestors. Integrate them into your faith journey. Let your spirit be nourished by the wisdom of the past and the hope of the future. Claim your birthright. Step into the fullness of your identity. You are a beautiful tapestry of faith and heritage, woven together by the threads of history and the unwavering spirit of your ancestors.
If this stirred something in you, that's not by accident. You're part of a global family that's rising. This is just the beginning. Don't just watch. Join the mission. Share this message. Add your voice. Let's build a future we were always meant for.